This video is proudly sponsored by someone who asked me how much they would expect to make in a month after depositing 3,000 in a money market fund. And because I know you might be asking yourself the same questions, let's have this conversation. Welcome to Finance Focus with Andrew, a platform where we engage in conversation that endeavor to enhance our financial literacy. In case you are coming across this channel for the first time, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you are notified anytime we upload a new financial tip. And back to our topic, 3,000 in a money market fund. I'm not conflicted by any money market fund. I'm not a money market fund marketer, so I'll give you a genuine response, the truth as it is. It might hurt, but this is the truth. Let's just get to see the figures, how they look like, before I give my comment. Now, 3,000 in a money market fund, I want to assume that that money market fund is doing too well, that it is giving a net of 10%. Like after we subtract the withholding tax, we get a clean 10%. There are some money market funds that are doing that, and I want to give a response based on the best money market fund in the market right now. So the best money market fund are giving 10-11% net. So I want to work with 10%, and I want to base my response on that. Now, 3,000, okay, of course we know the formula for interest is equals to principal times rate times time. So 3,000 is the principal, the rate is 10%, and time is 1 month, but this rate is an annual rate. So we have to divide this again by 12. And if I'm not wrong, this one should come to around 25 shillings. So the response is 3,000 in 1 month in a money market fund will give you an interest of 25 shillings. But this is now my response towards that question. That was the statistics part of it, but this is the response. Once you deposit your first 3,000 in a money market fund, you should not even think of how much that amount will give you in terms of interest, because it is almost nothing, because 25 shillings can't do much in this country. Hata yezi nunua avocado mzuri, tuambiane tu ukweli. So once you deposit your 3,000, you should not even start thinking of how much you will get from that. But I would advise that go put more effort in what you did to get that 3,000, and think about topping up this 3,000 next month, next week maybe to 6,000, the other month to 9,000. This is just a starting point, but don't think even about what you will get from this in 1 month, because it will not make sense. I know money market funds have been hyped, and some people tend to misinterpret them to be a make money quick, a rich, a make, inaitango aje, making money quick scheme, but that is not what a money market fund is. This is the truth. This is how a money market fund operates. But this 3,000 might not make you much, but it can be beginning of your success story. It can be beginning of a good saving habit, and it can be a beginning of other many things, because you might start with an interest of 20,000, but if you keep topping up, if you stay consistent, you might come to pay your rent in a month. You might find that you will get a point where, and it might take some years before you get that you are getting a clean 5,000 monthly from your money market fund. It might take you some few years to get to here, but you definitely have to start from some point. If you don't start with this 3,000 that give you 25, there is no day you will have a principal in your money market fund that will give you a 5,000 monthly income, and that is passive income. And that brings us to a point that a money market fund is not a job. Like, You see, many people tend to think that now I invest in a money market fund, then I sit and wait for the end of the month so that I can get some return. That is not how it operates. Make efforts in your job, and what savings you manage to salvage, maybe at the end of the month, that is what you put aside in a money market fund as an emergency fund, instead of maybe putting that in a bank account that earns you zero interest. It will earn you some small interest. So don't confuse how a money market fund works, and this is the reality of how a money market fund looks like. Let me have your thoughts in the comment section.